Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of Bitcoin News with your host, the Bitcoin OG. If you enjoy these Bitcoin updates, give us the thumbs up. Now let's get right into it. Today, Bitcoin hit $5,650. Bitcoin is currently on an upwards trajectory. It's looking like we're going to be hitting 6,000, but only time will tell. Is it going to hit 6,000? We will find out. But what we do know right now is Bitcoin's market cap is about $98.5 billion, up 4.5% since yesterday. Bitcoin dominance is on the rise. From the start of the month, it is up 3.3%. We started the month at 50% Bitcoin dominance, and currently we stand at 53.3% dominance. Going into our first big story of the day, no surprise here, Bitcoin is one of the best performing assets of 2019. Since Bitcoin's epic rally in April, the cryptocurrency has recaptured its position as one of the best performing assets in year-to-date yield. Currently, Bitcoin is outperforming mainstream tradable assets including the Nasdaq, the S&P 500, real estate, oil, and gold. Right now, Bitcoin is batting with the big boys. Bitcoin had an epic rally in the first weeks of April, surging from 4,100 to 5,300. Since the rally, Bitcoin has remained in a range between 4,800 and 5,300. Considering Bitcoin began the year at 3,700, the asset has demonstrated outstanding year-to-date growth with returns of over 40%. Right now, everybody's watching. The bases are loaded. And today when Bitcoin hit $5,650, the grand slam was there. In the ninth inning, we did that. Grand slam. Now going into the next story, you can now shop with Bitcoin using the Lightning wallet. Bitcoin spenders can now use the Lightning network to shop at e-commerce sites like Amazon. Moon CEO Ken Kruger told CoinDesk the extension will pop up a QR code and it will have the Lightning invoice, which you could also copy and paste if you can't use the QR code for some reason, and you'll be able to pay with your favorite Lightning wallet. Looking at this right here, it looks sleek, it looks ready to go, it looks as if it's going to promote Bitcoin and the Lightning network. I'm very excited for this. I hope you guys are too. Now, moving on to our next piece of news, the ROI since exchange listing on Bitcoin is, well, the proof is in the pudding right here. Bitcoin number one, the Don, the Godfather. It's the head of the house right there. It's looking as if it's going to stay that way for the far foreseeable future. As you could see, Bitcoin, Satoshi's Vision, IOTA, Bitcoin Cash, they're all going under right now. Will these cryptocurrencies follow in this kind of a pattern, or will it be on its way towards Bitcoin's kind of level? Bitcoin's the first cryptocurrency and most likely will be the last. Now, moving on to some fun news. Bitcoin can now be used to bet on Game of Thrones finale. BitCo, a popular Bitcoin faucet that lets users earn a handful of Satoshis every hour, has recently launched a betting feature that lets them bet on a variety of events, including the finale of HBO's show Game of Thrones. According to Fawcett's website, users can use their Bitcoin to bet on who's going to sit on the Iron Throne of Westeros by the end of the show's 8th season, which is currently airing. The betting system uses a timed weighted multiplier, which encourages users to bet as soon as possible. This, as the system rewards those who place bets earlier with a large share of the total prize pool. I think that's pretty awesome. Now, if you want to go bet on the season finale of Game of Thrones, who you betting? Jon Snow? Who you want to be the winner of Game of Thrones? Who's going to sit on the Iron Throne? Now, let's get into our next story right here. Bitcoin may have another 100 days of accumulation. For the past 20 days, cryptocurrency markets have held on to gains and formed new trading ranges. In terms of Bitcoin market capitalization, this is between 170 and 185 billion, with Bitcoin holding above 5,000. More analysts, using previous chart patterns as a guide, are in the opinion that this is the consolidation that could continue for several more months, maybe more months of accumulation. By comparison, the weekly chart from 2015, one crypto analyst has noticed that we may be trading in a very similar moving average formation at the moment. Looking specifically at the 50-week moving average, there was an initial bounce of that back in 2015. Then, a further 105 days of accumulation when Bitcoin pulled back again. This is the chart that they were referring to. Now, if we go over here, we can currently see that we are in the accumulation. The last time we were in the accumulation phase was back in 2015. It lasted for quite a while before the Bitcoin halving, the bull run, and then the bear market, and now we're back to the Bitcoin accumulation. And the next thing we have to look forward to is going to be the Bitcoin halving, because if history repeats itself, then we're in for a good old surprise. Now, going in for our next story on Bloomberg. First golden cross for Bitcoin in 3 years as bulls return. Here, yet another signal that crypto winter is thawing. Bitcoin, the largest digital currency, has formed its first bullish golden cross since October 2015. According to Bitstamp's price that includes weekend moves, the milestone follows a 35% rally for Bitcoin past 5,600, on track for its best monthly gain since the height of the crypto frenzy in December 2017. The sudden resurgence has also been apparent in other parts of the market, including record contract trading volumes in the futures market at CME Group Incorporated earlier this month. Now let's get into what the golden cross is referring to. The golden cross that they're referring to now is when the 50-day moving average crosses above and breaks the 200-day moving average. And a death cross is when the 50 goes below the 200-day moving average. This is a very bullish signal that we have to look forward to right now. And I am very, very excited about this, and I hope you guys are too. Now, going on to our last segment, our last piece, and maybe the most important. Now, if past history repeats itself, about 1 year before the Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin price starts to spike up and starts to move up. We are 396 days away from the Bitcoin halving. Currently, 94% of all the Bitcoin have been mined. There will only be 21 million. Currently, 17.5 million have been mined. Approximately 3 to 4 million have been destroyed, lost, never to be recovered. In this day and age where people can't remember their passwords, can they honestly imagine how many Bitcoin are going to be lost in the future due to negligence? Not putting your Bitcoin in a cold storage, leaving your Bitcoin on a exchange and it gets hacked. Many factors will see that Bitcoin will become more scarce, and with the upcoming Bitcoin halving is only going to make Bitcoin more rare as time goes on. Now that is all we have time for today. If you would like to be part of the OG family, hit the subscribe, give us a 2 thumbs up, and tick the little bell so you may be notified as soon as a new video goes live. This has been the Bitcoin OG signing out.